Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rob here with Hammer Halo Projects. Welcome back. Today we're going to be soundproofing a ceiling, and what we're dealing with here is we've got a suite or a unit above this unit, and there's some sound transfer coming through. Right now we've got 2 layers of 5/8 drywall on the ceiling. What we're gonna do is blow in insulation into all the joist spaces. Then we're gonna add Sonopan paneling to that. And then we're gonna add Soundbar or res bar to that. Then we're gonna hang another layer of 5/8 onto the res bar. That's gonna make this super dense and super quiet. This is extreme soundproofing to the max. It's gonna be a lot of work, so let's get into it. Using a stud finder, the first step was to locate and chalk line all the ceiling joists. From there, we went ahead and drilled a 4-inch access hole between each joist. We did this on both sides of the room so it would be easier to fill the space when blowing in the insulation. So this is pretty simple to use these insulation blowers. There's an on-off switch on the machine, and then there is an agitator switch on a remote switch here. So really it's just turn on the machine, the agitator, and then turn it on here. Mix it all up. Grab a bag, dump it in. I found agitating the material by hand prior to even starting the machine really helped out a lot. This was really trial and error. The 4-inch holes turned out to be too big and the insulation just kept blowing back around the hose. So we had to get creative. We ended up cutting a 3-inch hole into a Tupperware bowl and then putting the hose through that first, then up into the ceiling. This kept most of the material flowing into the joist space. It was also easy with this system to know when the space was full because it would push back on you. Oh my God, that was a tough day. We have spent 8 hours blowing in insulation into the joist space here. We are done. And we're packing up for the day. We're gonna go home, get some rest, come back tomorrow, and then we will start installing the Sonopan soundproofing on top of the existing double 5/8 drywall. Then we're gonna add res bar. So anyhow, we're gonna go get some sleep. We'll be back first thing in the morning. Okay guys, we are back, and today we're gonna install all the Sonopan soundproofing panels on the ceiling. Really easy process. It just gets screwed to the drywall. It will add that extra layer of sound protection that we are looking for. So let's jump right in. So also to make our job a little bit easier today, we have rented a drywall lift, which we're going to use to lift up the Sonopan panels. Even though they are super light and pretty easy to do, we rented the drywall lift to lift the 5/8 up. So anyhow, we're going to use it for the Sonopan first, and then we'll use it to install the drywall on top of that. We're using 2x4 blocking up in the joist space to help secure the drywall pieces we removed earlier. We want to make sure these holes are repaired and filled prior to installing the Sonopan soundboard. So you just kind of want to cut this the same as drywall. Just grab a T-square, a drywall T-square like this. Make your mark and score it all the way down until you are through. So one thing I do want to say to you guys, we are using N95 masks. This stuff says and claims that it's harmless materials, but you know what? It's full of fibers and it's full of dye, and to me both of those are extremely dangerous to you. So they can say whatever they want. There's a lot of dust that comes off this stuff when you're cutting it, when you're installing it. So if you're gonna do it, make sure you get a good mask, an N95 mask, or even a full respirator mask or a carbon mask, something to protect your lungs, because this stuff, you know, there's a good chance it could be dangerous. It's definitely not good going into your lungs, so make sure you're protected if you're gonna use it. Sometimes you screw up. I screwed this one up. When you're doing ceilings, you gotta think reverse. I cut the hole in the wrong position, but not a big deal because Again, there's drywall on top of this, so I just cut the light hole where it needs to go, took the piece out of there and put it into there. So we're all good, but sometimes you make mistakes. Move on. Before even finishing the Sonopan soundboard, we decided to also start installing the resilient soundbar. Now, if you don't know what soundbar is, the concept is really quite simple. Sound typically travels through vibration. What soundbar is designed to do is, one, it creates an airspace between each layer. For example, in our application, the airspace is between the green Sonopan board and the layer of 5/8 drywall. Secondly, the drywall is designed to be screwed to the open side of the soundbar, which allows it to basically hang from the bar, which lessens any vibration that sound could potentially travel through. It's also important to screw the soundbar into the ceiling joists. We're installing the soundbar perpendicular to the ceiling joists and centering them at 16" on centers. This is an important step because with the next layer of 5/8 drywall, we want all the edges of the drywall to be landing on the soundbar, so we have something to screw to. It has been a long 2 days, but we finally got all the insulation sprayed into the joist spaces, went through 25 bags of blow-in insulation at 25 pounds each. And then we've added the green Sonopan sound paneling to the ceiling, to the existing drywall. And we've also ran all the res bar, all the sound bar at 16" on center. Now we're gonna start hanging 5/8 drywall, which we've already got one sheet right up there. And we're gonna continue that and finish off the soundproofing of this main floor unit and try to eliminate some of the sound that was coming down from the unit above. Well, if that doesn't quiet things down, I don't know what else we can do. We definitely went to the extreme on this one. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, well, then hit the dislike button. Hope to see you all on the next one. Peace.